Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about how to make this lovely fan border for our blankets. So one more of our blanket borders, and this one is so much fun and is just done with chains and double crochets. So don't think it's hard, it's definitely going to be on the easier side, but let's jump in. Alright, so to get started with the edging for this blanket, I am starting out with our waffle stitch pattern in just a swatch size here, and I have fastened off at the end of our blanket. So we're going to weave in our end. I'm not worried about that right now, but I have also finished off with a final row of single crochet around the outside of our blanket for border anchoring. And so we are using our 4.5mm crochet hook, and this is our loops and threads impeccable in the soft lilac color, and we are switching over to our white in the Bernat Baby. Both of these are 3s on our weight scale, so we're using a smaller hook, and we are just going to go ahead and insert our crochet hook into any of the stitches around the outside of our blanket. It does not matter where you start this one, but you do want to start it at a different place than the corner. Okay, now there isn't a fancy corner pattern for this one, so we are going to start in this, well, kind of offset of center here, and just so I've got enough space to show you guys exactly how to do this before we get to the corner. So what I have here is a chain 3 to anchor our initial stitch onto the edge. Now we're going to backtrack 2 stitches. So we're going to skip back 2 stitches and we're going to insert into the 3rd stitch back. Okay, so we are going to slip stitch into there. So now what we have is a loop that's happening here. Now what we want to do is we want to chain 2 because we're double crocheting over this loop. So we are going to double crochet 6 more. Okay, now we're going to skip 2 stitches forward and slip stitch into the 3rd. So 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to slip stitch into here, and that is going to finish off our fan. Now this doesn't quite look like anything yet, but here's where the magic's going to happen. We are going to chain 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work back into that initial joining stitch from the beginning of our row, and we're going to slip stitch into there. And then chain 2, and now here's where I'm going to weave in my end. Okay, so I'm going to double crochet over this initial chain here that we did and over my tail. So we're going to double crochet 6, and now we're going to again skip 2 stitches, slip stitch into the 3rd, and there's our 2 fans. Okay, so we're starting our fan here. So keep in mind we're going to continue doing exactly this all the way down our edge, all the way down the side, and there isn't a fancy way to do the corner, so it's just going to be a kind of more rounded corner, okay? So we chain our 3. Remember, chain 3 at the beginning, chain 2 at the end. So then we're going to move our stitches forward, slip stitch into our previous slip stitch from the end of our last fan, okay? And then we chain 2 and 6 double crochets. So much fun! I really like this fan. All right, so there's our repeat. I'm going to continue to the corner, and then I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. All right, so here's our finished product of our fans border, and you can see that as we got to the corner, we just continued working our way around as if there wasn't any differences, and it just turns out so perfect. Look at that. All the way around, no issues with the corners. So much fun. All right, so I hope you guys like this one, and if you do, go ahead and hit the like button below and hit subscribe because we've got a lot of awesomeness coming up over the next little while. We are starting our 30 stitches in 30 days in September. On September the 1st, we're going to do a new stitch every single day. So join us, and don't forget to hit the bell so you'll be notified when each video goes live. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, and we'll see you in the next one.